The clock has struck 7 o'clock, so I would like to officially welcome you to our December board meeting. And the first item on our agenda is the prayer and pledge of allegiance. I'm going to ask Dr. Stiles if she will lead our prayer this evening.
Please stand. May we pray. God of eternal love and light of the world, we come to you tonight with hearts of thanksgiving and adoration, realizing that all blessings come from you. Your grace, mercy, and infinite love fills the heavens and earth, and we seek your holy presence in our lives. We thank you for the much-needed break ahead for our entire Greenville County school family as they join loved ones near and far to celebrate this joyous season. We ask that you keep them safe in their travels, fill their hearts with joy and hope for the future, and renew their passion to serve our dear children. We further pray for those who are sick and suffering throughout your creation and will celebrate this season alone, cold, in despair and darkness, many without hope for a brighter tomorrow. We ask that you grant healing and restoration of body, heart, and mind to these individuals. Prick our hearts and minds as a board that we might better serve our faculty, staff, students, and our communities. May we continually serve in a manner that reflects your love, your light, and your infinite mercy and grace. These things we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Yes, tonight we're honored to have Lexi Howard, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. She will also be performing for us with her classmates as well, very shortly. Lexi is a senior at the Fine Arts Center and Wade Hampton High School. She loves performing in the Greenville community and has been a part of 12 community productions at various local theaters. Most recently, she was Liesel in the South Carolina Children's Theater production of The Sound of Music. In addition, she has competed in vocal competitions. Last year, Lexi won her category at the South Carolina NACS Musical Theater Competition for the second year in a row and placed second in the region and qualified for nationals. In addition to the music and theater, Lexi has a passion for leadership and is a current member of Wade Hampton High School Student Council and is a Palmetto Girls State alumnus. Lexi's parents, Chris and Ashley Howard, are wonderful. And I just want you to know, Lexi's mother is a teacher in Greenville County School District, as well as I will tell you, her amazing teachers have inspired her to follow her dreams and pursue a vocal performance degree in college. Lexi, at this time, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Lexi. Next on our agenda is the adoption of the consent calendar.
Motion to approve.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion or amendments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. Next on our agenda is the appearance of visitors. I'm going to ask Dr. Stiles to read.
Thank you. As each speaker's name is called, he or she should proceed to the podium at the end of the board's dais where there is a microphone and light system. Each speaker has up to 3 minutes to speak to the board. The light system will be green for the first 2 minutes and will turn yellow when 1 minute remains on the speaker's allotted time. In keeping with board policy KCA, abusive language or personal attacks aimed at students or staff members will not be permitted. All speakers are expected to behave in an orderly and respectful manner. The board will not engage in discussion with the speaker or respond to comments. The superintendent will designate a member of the staff to respond to each speaker in an appropriate and timely manner. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Stiles. Our first speaker is Judith Tanzola.
Good evening, I'm Judith Tanzola, Area 18. It's the only time of the year Grandma gets hit by a reindeer, but Grandma's smart. A Greenville grad, she ducked and punched with all she had. A truck jumped out and hit the deer, and Grandma had venison the rest of the year. I stand before you once again with no questions or concerns to tell, except maybe that 3-minute buzzer can be a 5-minute bell. To you, this room has and will become home, with its ceiling so tall, even a giraffe would look small. Before we came to this room to listen and speak, and wait to be called on by old Chairman Meek. At the mic, some get nervous and start to shake. It's just thoughts and feelings we're here to make. So please listen to us, folks. But what should you do? You gotta work for the kids, and that's a lot for you. But when you leave to open gifts, the lights will dim and the focus will shift away from pencils and hallways and little pigtails, home to glitter and lights and Christmas cocktails. Fairy tales, that was a mistake. Some days when you feel like a glumpity glump and your earring falls down the sumpity sump, or your cat lost his hat in Whoville last night, and your pet sloth can't sleep even a slight, think of the work you can do on this board in Greenville, and someday you may be elected to mayor in silly Whoville. Around the tree you will sing and dance just to make all kids a chance. The kids are the aim, that's for sure, I say. But you must listen to me now as I say. May this Christmas spirit last every day. Merry Christmas today, tonight, and even tomorrow. Please know we are more grateful to you than from a bank we could borrow. Merry Christmas to each of you, and thank you for what you do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tanzola. Our next speaker is Jennifer Hausman.
To the Greenville County School Board and the new members of the board, I've been talking about bullying issue within Greenville County schools. As a parent, I am disappointed with how this situation is not being addressed. I'm here to tell you, in our state of South Carolina, 4,400 kids have committed suicide due to bullying. That's a high number. And I think it should be a concern to you as well. I have a child who's being bullied, and nobody has addressed my issue. You came up with, if you see something, say something. Well, I can tell you firsthand it doesn't work, because too many kids in the classroom, the teacher doesn't see everything or hear it. I wanted to change how bullying into a positive way, bring awareness to it, come up with a solution to the problem. I wanted to set up a bullying committee to help students feel safe in their learning environment. So please bring bullying to light and bring it out to the open. I thank you for your time. Hopefully this issue can be addressed in a more positive way. I want that for my child and other children in Greenville County schools. I don't want more kids hurting themselves due to bullying.
Thank you, Ms. Hausman. Our next speaker is Catherine Schumacher.
Good evening. evening, everyone. I'm here on behalf of the Public Education Partners Board and staff for two reasons. First, to extend a warm welcome to the 4 new trustees as you begin your service to Greenville County Schools, Ms. Brett and Mr. Cochran and Ms. Middleton and Dr. Presley. Thank you for your willingness to serve the students, families, employees of this wonderful school district. And thanks, of course, to Ms. Leventis-Wells and Mr. Sailors for agreeing and for winning your election, for continued service and dedication to Greenville County Schools as you begin your next terms. We're all looking forward to working with you in the years to come, so please do not hesitate to reach out to us if we can be a partner to you in your service. And second, we want to wish the entire Board of Trustees and the administration and staff of Greenville County Schools all the best for a restful, uneventful, and joy-filled winter break. As a Greenville County Schools parent and community partner, we are so grateful for you all. So have a happy, happy holiday.
Ms. Schumacher. Next item on our agenda is the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Ms. Bush. It's my privilege tonight as the superintendent's report to ask that the students from the Fine Arts Center, the Voice Studio students, and Ms. Danielle Knox, and Ms. Knox is here with them, Lexi Howard, Sarah Poinsett, Nora Bailey. I believe they have a couple of things they want to share with you tonight. They shared in the lobby before the meeting, but that will be the superintendent's report tonight. We appreciate them giving up some time this evening to be here. And V. Popat, the director of the Fine Arts Center, who's seated at the very back of the room, appreciate him allowing them to come and present to us tonight. Thanks to each of you.
Christmas is here. Ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong ding ding dong ding dong. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old. Ding dong ding dong. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they tell, raising the song, for hill and dale, their tone. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong 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 ding dong. They send on without end to their home, through every home. Ding dong ding dong. Shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ our Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Before y'all leave, Madam Chair, I'm going to ask now, Angie Mosley said I could give hers, and I need one more. Mine does not have to go, but y'all were awesome. I also would like for you to introduce your team. This is Mrs. Knott, the wonderful Mrs. Knott, and also the director of the Fine Arts Center, and these wonderful people.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Knox, Lexi, Sarah, Nora, thank you so much. That's just a small taste of all the wonderful things that we have going on at the Fine Arts Center. Thank these young ladies for sharing their beautiful voices with us this evening. Thank you. Started us off in the holiday spirit here. All right. The first one of our action items, 5.01, is the City of Greenville Public Access Sidewalk Easement at West Greenville School. The recommended motion is to approve granting a public access easement to the City of Greenville for a sidewalk project at West Greenville School. This came from the Committee of the Whole, so it does not need a second. Is there any discussion? Further discussion? If none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. The next item on our agenda is testing and balancing firm selection. And the recommended motion coming from the Committee of the Whole is to approve the selection of firm A to provide testing and balancing of heating, cooling, and ventilation systems for the next 5 years. This come from the Committee of the Whole, so it doesn't need a second. Is there any further discussion or any questions on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, like sign. Motion carries. And the next item is mechanical, let me announce that one. It's Palmetto Air and Water Balance is the firm A. The next item on our agenda is coming from the Committee of the Whole to approve the selections of firms A, B, C, and D to provide mechanical and electrical commissioning for the next 5 years. It does not need a second. Coming from the Committee of the Whole, all those in favor, is there any discussion or any further questions on this item? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, like sign. Seeing none, motion carries. Yes, the firms are KLG Jones, Commissioning Consultants, CMTA, and Whole Building Systems. And the next item on our agenda is the committee liaison reports. And I think that Mrs. Morrison-Fair has something for us this evening.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Just a short report from the State School Boards Association, and the State School Boards Association Delegates Assembly met on December 3rd, 2022 at 2 p.m. at the Charleston Marriott, Charleston, South Carolina. The order of business was to have election of the Board of Directors. That was accomplished. The Board of Directors, elected Board of Directors include the President from Fort Mills, Secretary Treasurer from Darlington, Region 6, Kershaw County, Region 10, Hampton County, and Region 14, Spartanburg County. All of the resolutions were adopted that were proposed, with the exception of one resolution. That resolution involved economic development tax incentives, and it was suggested that it be sent back to the committee to review. That is the report from the South Carolina School Boards Association. And ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to read more, you can go to their website, and it is scsba.org. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Morrison-Fair. Thank you for representing our school district on that board. And now we have any other committee?
Madam Chairman, if I
Yes.
could, I'd like to also recognize the fact that Mrs. Morrison-Fair was elected to the Board of Directors to also represent this district as our regional representative. So congratulations, Glenda.
Thank you. All right. No further committee or liaison reports. We will move to the finance report. Dr. Royster.
Thank you, Ms. Bush. I don't believe Ms. Stack has any item of particular note to bring to your attention, but would answer any questions that you might have about the financial report.
Are there any questions on the financial report? Seeing none.
Madam Chairman.
Yes, sir. Before, I know what motion is coming, but before we adjourn, I would just like to say, this, I don't know if this would go down in the record books. Everybody, apparently, 17 minutes is the record.
14.
Well,
14. Sorry.
I would just like to say that the little trees that you have before you tonight are little junipers. They are live trees, so take them home and plant them and watch them grow. And I would like to just remind us all that at this time of year, when it's so busy, and it seems like there's so much counting going on. We're counting down to Christmas. We're counting the people, the gifts we still have on our list. We'll be counting down on New Year's Eve, and I just want to make sure that we don't forget to count our blessings as to how much we have and all of our loved ones and our friendship, and make sure that you share a little bit of those blessings during this time of year with those that aren't as fortunate as us. And so I wish each and every one of you happy holidays, safe holidays, Merry Christmas, and give you these next few weeks to especially our new board members. I would like to thank you, because I know you've been overwhelmed with information and trainings, and so you have a few week countdown until we start doing all this counting again. So, Mr. Sailors, I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion we adjourn.
Second. I have a motion and several seconds, and if there's any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The motion carries. We stand adjourned. Merry Christmas.